Let me tell you a story about this little Nissan. It's a 94 Nissan, little four-wheel drive pickup. I know, my shop's a mess. But anyways, about this truck. Here about 2.5 years ago, maybe, transmission went out on this truck. And I took it to a guy it was one of my brother's friends that recommended this guy. And I let him put a heater core in my other pickup. And he did it on time. I mean, was it the best? No, he forgot to put some stuff back. But it was a decent price. Well, I thought I'll let him put a transmission in my pickup. It's a little 5-speed standard and reasonable price. And I paid him for the transmission about, I don't know, $500 maybe. He said he had a transmission he'd put in it. Well, it rocked on for a few months. Never heard nothing from him, so I called him. And he kept on giving me the runaround. Yeah, we'll get it done, we'll get it done. Well, we rolled on to about a year, and then he says, well, I can just rebuild that transmission. He said, I had a transmission, and I thought it would fit this truck, but it wouldn't. Kind of a red flag there. Well, it goes on and goes on. I call him every few weeks, and then it ends up being 2 years. 2 years later, and that 2 years was around January of this year, I still had heard nothing on my truck. I'd go by and check on it, and it just stayed set out to the side. He did have the transmission pulled in it, so I thought, well, benefit of the doubt, I'll let him finish it. 2 years though, and with that 2 years, I wanted to go get my pickup. I wanted to go get it that way. I just do it myself. The reason I took it to him because my brother's friend, which isn't so honest, I found out, told me about him and said, oh yeah, he's a great mechanic. He can work on anything. Real good guy. And he is a nice guy. But he went a little over his head on this project here. And people said, why did it take you 2 years to go get your pickup? And why did you let him have the $500? And here's why. It took me 2 years to calm down because after about the first 6 months, I was so aggravated I wanted to go get the pickup. But as a Christian, I knew if I went over there, I'd lose my cool. And you can just ask my wife. When I blow up, and it takes a lot to calm me down. And I didn't want to get in that position. So after 2 years of him having my pickup and giving me the runaround, just lying to me pretty much, I finally go get it. I told him, I said, look, I'm just going to pick my truck up. You can have the $500. Being a Christian, we do stuff different than what the world would do. The world would have went and got the pickup and said, screw you, give me my money back. But I told him, I said, keep the money. You already got the transmission pulled. That's a little less work I got to do. Still going to be a headache for me doing it, but just keep the money. No hard feelings. And everybody thought I was crazy for waiting 2 years to go get my pickup. And I told him, I said, I needed to wait to calm down. It took me 2 years to calm down to finally go over there and load my pickup on a trailer. So if you're a Christian and the world doesn't understand what you're doing, that's okay. Because I didn't want to go over there and just blow up on this guy. I didn't want to ruin my witness to this guy and whoever else is in the shop. Because if I went before the 2 years, I'd have blew up and probably tore stuff up and just acted a butt. Wasn't what Jesus would have done. So it took me 2 years to calm down. And everybody thought I was crazy. What's crazy is my brother and my dad still let them work on their vehicles after they seen what happened to me. And I told them, I said, just be careful. Now I'm waiting on parts, waiting on the throwout bearing because apparently nobody in Oklahoma has one. Well, they said it was in the city and be here Tuesday. It's aggravating. But you know what? It is what it is. It's aggravating that I had to wait 2 years to get my truck back. And I got it back in parts. And I had to go find a transmission because I didn't know if he had all the parts or not. But you know what? I've got a peace. I got a peace about it. I got a peace that the world don't understand because I just waited until I knew it was time and God said, go get your pickup. Because when I got my pickup, I was cool and calm. I still am. So I'll get this truck back and go up and going here. Maybe in a week or two, depending on when the parts come in and I get time to do it again. So just remember, just because the world don't understand what you do and don't do is okay. Follow Christ. He'll lead you. He'll never fail you or forsake you. God bless you.